Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's not nice to get hit from behind, but I think it kind of got me like straight on, so I'm all good.
Troy, what were your thoughts on the game?
How long do you have?
Yeah.
um, I thought there was a lot of really good things from our group this week. As some of you guys know, we worked on our breakouts and little touch plays to support each other, and I thought they were much better. We got a lot cleaner than we have in the past against Ottawa. Um, Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a lot, like we are just saying as we're walking over, a lot of pucks laying around that we just didn't get a stick on it to get it, behind mash. But, I think there's a lot of good things that came out of the game. Obviously, nice to score a power play goal. I thought the penalty kill did a relatively good job as well, shutting things down. Would have been nice to maybe add another power play goal there at the end to finish it off.
Hayley, how was your first experience in a Scepter uniform?
It was incredible, honestly. I think it's been a whirlwind, obviously, but this morning we had pregame skate with the girls, and they couldn't have been more welcoming, and the coaching staff and just everyone. So it's been an easy transition as you can make it, for sure.
I mean, when does the shock wear off? What Josh was just saying here,
Oh.
it's still seasick.
I don't know, because we'll figure out when we're moving and leaving Ottawa and things like that. So I think the shock will come in waves, to be honest with you. But yeah, all the girls have made it as easy as possible for me, so it's been good so far.
Renata, I mean, the trade, you lose a partner and you get a partner back that you had quite a few years back.
Yeah.
What was the day like for you? I mean, it had to be a bit emotional on your end as well.
Yeah, definitely emotional. It's tough to see someone who means so much to the team and the organization, and someone who's been a big part of the player that I am today, to see her move to a different team. But like you said, Savs and I have like a history together, and we're really good friends. And yeah, it was kind of comfort knowing that Savs was coming as well, and I had that comfort with her. So yeah, a tough day, but we'll process it and get through it.
Troy, obviously it's a unique situation to have two players join your team this last minute before the game. How did that affect your plans before the game, and what was that like?
Yeah, a quick little discussion, obviously, with Gina, and a quick discussion with our staff. We did reach out to our captain and assistant to just, make sure that they were aware, and then obviously we let our team know. I mean, we know a lot about the players, obviously, whether we pre-scouting them when they're playing for USA or pre-scouting them when they're for Ottawa, what they bring to the table. The one thing I will say is, even with how heavy the last couple of days, or yesterday and today were, I'm very impressed. Like I mentioned it to the whole group inside. I thought Harmon did a great job just puck moving and transporting the puck, and looked great with Fast, and obviously just such a smart player. I could see it right away. You can just see when players are processing the game, similar to how I'm processing it, and it just gave me a really good feeling. She's definitely someone that can play up and down the lineup, and probably can play in any position, just because she seems to have a really good understanding of the game. So quickly, when I was able to see that, a kind of a calm comes over me as a coach, that you're getting players that understand the game and are going to be a big part of our success moving forward.
Coach, what do you even work on in practice when you outshoot a team by 25 shots and don't come out to win?
Yeah, I think you got to put a lot of things in perspective. We also just mentioned that some nights they all go in and some nights they don't. I think if you dive too deep into why you didn't score, I think you drive yourself crazy. We know what we got to continue to work on, and we'll continue to work on those things. And I'm sure if you were to have that same game tomorrow night, you'd get more results and more goals will go in. So I think you can't dwell on that too much. The one thing that we did talk a little bit about in the dressing room is, two of the goals against were a result of some questionable line changes that I think if we clean up, we'll just put ourselves in a better chance of success moving forward.
Do you, well, there's two calls I'd like to ask you about: the offside challenge and then the 5-minute. Just some quick comments on those.
Yeah, the Do you mean the goal that
The
was?
goal that you spotted the offside and challenge, it took a little
I
while.
think
Yeah.
the official was that it was kicked in.
Yeah.
It was
By
81,
Clark.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
It was
yeah.
watched in the press box, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was kind of confusing because in a call like that, I can't actually challenge a kicked in puck, but you can, I think generally the officials want to make the right call, so they don't need to have a challenge in that situation. So sometimes you're just trying to give them enough time and give Toronto and as they review it enough time to review it. So you're just kind of letting them know that there's something there to be reviewed. So you're just trying to give a little bit of time, and honestly, that's not even my call. Like I can't see everything obviously from the bench. Sometimes you rely on a player to notice it and to let me know. But our video coach, Steph Thompson, is up with her eyes on it, and she's reviewing that play as quick as possible. And if you noticed, our assistant coaches have little earbuds in, so they got a message from Steph to do something about it. So she deserves the credit on that, not me.
And then the hit in the 5 minute call.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this once before. Like, although we like to argue with officials and stuff on calls, like I generally trust that when they make a call on the ice and they do have time to review it, they're going to make the right call. So I think I don't know if they called the 5 originally or they called it after the fact as a review, but ultimately they got the right call for sure.
You guys started the year playing early New Year's Day, now you finished New Year's Eve. Any preference and any thoughts on what's transpired since January 1?
Yeah, I can go. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, to be honest, in the last year. Yeah, it is pretty crazy to think that we didn't start till January 1st last year. But yeah, it's nice to get some games going and get started early. But the last year has just been incredible to see kind of the momentum of the league and moving into year 2, just with the branding and everything. So it's been an incredible year.
Troy, you think there's any concern that you lose momentum off a game like this? I mean, you were building some. It doesn't dominate the game. The result didn't go your way, but can you maintain that momentum?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of things to build off from a game like that. Like some of the couple losses early in the season, you just leave. You're unhappy. You're almost trying to figure out what direction you should go because there's so many things to clean up. There was a lot of good things that came out of that game. It's obviously not great to not get at least get it to overtime, but we were playing to try to win it in regulation. Just came up short, but there's plenty of good things. Like the one thing you want as a coach is you want to be able to pull some good video. There's tons of good videos. We worked on breakouts got cleaned up. That's just continuing to move forward. You don't want to be the coach also that keeps talking about some positive things and some losses. Like we're not happy with it. There's no one that's happy about a loss. But moving forward, you've got to learn from the good things and you try to make some adjustments on the bad.